quite a bit of career coaching for SOPC, the Christian Union in Outreach. My name is Fatima Wahab, and I'm the president of the Ansarul Alumni Association. So now, people that might be listening to you really want to know, so what is the vision? What is the purpose of this today? We, as members of the Alumni Association, have been around, of course, since the school started. So, from the very first day the first student left Ansarul, the Alumni Association started informally, but we realized when we lost Alhaji Sajali Uba, may Allah be pleased with him, when we lost him, that's when we realized that we needed to come together as a formal organization so that we can pick up. Now today we still have Alhaji Tutor, may Allah keep him well, to continue to advise us. We realized that what they had done, they had laid a foundation, so a foundation that we can build on. So we realized that we can only do that by creating a structure that can continue their work, because we're in a different era today, and institutions are better equipped to do what they did as individuals. So we have formed this organization. It's now a non-profit organization based in the United States, but we have membership all around the world. And I am here in Connaught, actually all in Sierra Leone. I've been to I've been to Freetown schools, and we are trying to find out what are the challenges that those schools are facing, because as an alumni association, we want to help, but we don't want to come in imposing on, saying this is what we want to do for you. We want to find out what are the challenges that they're dealing with. And once we know what these challenges are, we will be able to put together a priority list of things that we need.
So let us look at the aim and objective of this organization.
The aims are very simple. We want to continue the legacy of Alhaji Sajali Ubami, be pleased with him, and Alhaji Tutajalo for the mission that they started. Our aim is to support the students and the schools, the Ansarul schools, through the Ansarul mission and through the governing board and through the administrators. But mainly we are working through the Ansarul mission to be the support, to be the soldiers on the ground. We want to be able to help to fit into the mission's work, to do what the mission needs to achieve. So our aims and objectives are not different from the mission's aims and objectives.
Now, let's say unlike today, you held a meeting with the school authorities. So, what are some of the issues you discussed so far?
Well, we have, of course, there are many challenges that the schools are facing. We have discussed, first of all, just making this, establishing this relationship between the Alumni Association and the mission, and also with the school administrators. And we have discussed a lot of the challenges that the individual schools are facing, and we have discussed the schools in general are facing as Islamic schools all over. So there are structural challenges. There are, for instance, there are no libraries in any of the schools. There are no science labs. So how can you expect students to focus in the areas in the areas of science when there are no science labs? So we have discussed those, and they need computer labs and many other things. And one of the other things that came up also was the need for fencing the compound, because some children, some of these students who are not quite aware of the value of their education tend to come to school and then escape and leave the school ground. So they're concerned about these and their security. So we're talking about fencing some of these schools. So fencing, science labs, computer labs, and support to teachers, especially the teachers that have been teaching without qualification. So we're looking into how we can help them gain qualification to continue their work, their good work.
Now that they have explained or highlighted some of the challenges, so like how these organizations will combat their challenges?
Well, everything starts with planning, and this is why we have not been able to plan on how are we going to help our very schools, because we did not know, the challenges. Now that we know, when I return, we will have meetings, and we are going to start looking at these challenges and then see how we can, first of all, raise the funds that we need to meet some of these challenges, and then see which challenges are we can make priorities, and then start tackling the priority areas. And then see also, as I told the administrators in the meeting, we are not going to be an ATM, meaning that we are not going to be this cash machine that is just sending cash. We will do that, but we also want to be part of the technical assistance, because you have Ansarul alumni members all over the world who are in all fields of life. So we are going to also tap on our members for their expertise in certain areas, and to be part of putting these structures in place in the schools. So we are going to try to provide financial assistance, we are going to provide technical assistance, and we are going to provide other support that the schools need.
Is it the first time you are holding a meeting with the school authorities in Kano District?
Yes, it is. I met with the mission board members in Freetown over the weekend, but it's the first time we are meeting officially as members of the Alumni Association with the administrators. And a lot has come out, and we needed to do this long time ago, but they just start, there's time for everything. So we are very happy that we are here and we have been able to talk to them, and it's very, very real, and it's different from just calling somebody on the telephone and speaking to them about something. When you meet in person, a lot of things come out that would not come out on paper. So I'm very happy to be here today.
Let us look at this. So, like, how your visit will create impact in the nation.
My visit, I believe, is opening up areas for discussion that were not open before, especially between mission and old students and mission and administration. So we are going to be supporting both. We are going to be supporting the mission and the schools. And we are looking, the discussions that we had with the mission, with their own challenges also, has opened up, the window for us to see where we need to step in as far as the mission is concerned. So it has been a very fruitful, meeting overall from Freetown to Kanon. It's been very, very fruitful.
Now let's just look at this briefly. So, like, when actually the project, like the fence, the library, the lab, and etc. So, when actually these challenges we will see in present future.
Well, we cannot give a date right now, but I can tell you that we are going to start discussing this, and we are going to start working on this as soon as I return to the United States next week. So I'm not saying that we are going to build a fence tomorrow, but this is not going to just go under the pillow and stay there. This is going to be on our agenda day in and day out. So we are working on it. The fence here in Bungalow, they have already started the project. So we are going to see how we support them to continue with the fence project here. And then we'll see the other areas that we need to make priorities as soon as possible.
So, like, how often will you be coming around?
Well, I'm not sure about that. Coming here is not easy. Believe me, I have learned a lot on this trip that is going to keep us busy for the next couple of years. Let me just say that, put it that way. I have learned enough to keep us busy working in the background that we would not need to be here. But if we need to send somebody to come, especially like putting the lab together, putting the computer lab, the science lab together, if we have that expertise among our alumni members, even if I do not get the chance to come, somebody will come from the alumni members to give that technical support.
Like, what would be your message to the general public, and most especially the students?
Well, my message to the general public is, as they say, it takes a village. So, because, everybody has responsibility towards these children. I believe that children are entrusted to us as adults. So it's all of our responsibility to do what it takes to make them responsible, law-abiding citizens tomorrow. And this is what it takes. It's a lot of patience. We have to be patient with them because they don't see what we see. And to the students, I say they need to realize that there's no way out. We're locked. we're locked in a fence where the only way out is through education. Without an education, it used to be they give the girls in marriage and say the man will take care of her. For the women, my message to you is there's no man out there who's going to take care of you. You can forget that. The men are not taking care of women anymore. So, and you, the man, you need a woman, an educated woman, to support you. Because for you to do it by yourself and not have a woman who is educated and helping you leads you into corruption. Because it leads you to go and steal so that you can support that woman or women that you marry. I mean, imagine if you know what you're doing, your wife is also capable. You're a lawyer, your wife is a doctor. I mean, the sky's the limit. So men also need to support this strongly. I know that the boys also, or the young men also need support. They need to realize that there's no way out there without an education. You don't want to end up, having to go to the motor park to call for passengers so somebody can give you, a block for that day. You need to be able to have an education, even if you are in business, anything you are in today. You need an education to be able to function well in what you do and to do it well, and to do it so that you benefit yourself and society.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.